Yo, you know what it is. It's your boy DJ Filthy Rich.
Yeah, it's your boy DJ Big X.
And welcome back to the We Outside Show. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on all platforms. And we are back with a We Outside alumni, the one and only legendary producer, DJ Toomp is in the building.
What up, what up?
That's right, yeah.
We outside, nigga.
Yes, sir. We back at it, man. Glad to have you back.
Hey, man, glad to be back, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. You know, you always you always one of my favorite guests. So
Hey, man.
that's why when I seen you
people.
when I seen you at the funeral, I said, man, I got to get him back on. I said we hadn't talked in a year,
Right,
So I said it'd be
right.
great for us to catch back up. Let's bring him back on the show.
Hey, let's do it, man. I'm glad to be here, bro.
So let's talk about that. Let's start there because this is, it's a personal relationship. It's not an industry relationship.
Sure,
Right.
For sure.
And I just went through this too. Like I went home. I don't ever get to go home a lot.
Right.
And it seems like every time I go home, it's for
Where
a
you from
funeral.
originally?
Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't hear. You don't hear it.
I
Stop
know it's
playing.
from enough.
Yeah, right. But Toomp damn near raised that. Toomp was one of the niggas that raised me in this game. So
yeah, he first came out here kicking it.
yeah. So when I go home, it's usually for a funeral, and that's when only time I get to see everybody. So what was that experience like? Because y'all went to Rico's funeral, and that was y'all first time seeing each other in a minute, right? A lot of people.
Well,
I'm
we
sure.
seen each other.
Yeah,
we
we
just
seen
we
each
yeah we
other.
was at the
But
we was all at the tip thing together. All of us.
Oh, right. That's
Yeah,
right. That's right.
Yeah, it's been a few times me and the exit ran to each other. Yeah. But I must say, it's folks who I saw at that funeral I haven't seen in like 15 or more
Shit,
years.
15 or more, 20 plus.
Or maybe 20 plus.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely more. It was a
Great home
great
going.
home going, man, for the homie, man. I'm gonna tell you what really hit me. Like I was cool for a minute, boy, but when his sons got up there, when they started talking about how much they miss their dad,
Yeah, that's when it touched me.
just
Yeah,
like, I said I just lost my old man like 3 years ago. So
yeah.
I was like, yeah.
It's like when I did the interview for AJC, I was telling them it was touching in moments, but then it was uplifting in
Definitely
others.
was, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like especially when they cracked a lot of the jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was
Especially
funny.
like when his wife was like, yeah, I went to organize North. They needed a lot of organization.
Hey man, she was good, bro.
Yeah,
I was
so
like, okay.
I think she had a great speech. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
she
saying?
did. She had an incredible one.
And for her to do it, being that what she had just went through,
Right.
I thought that was
Nah,
tremendous
that
of
was
her to
very
get up there and
strong
do
of her,
that.
man.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
she held up pretty good too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was damn good.
But probably one of the best homegoings I've been to ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just honestly speaking.
I would say,
You know what I'm saying?
So
Not just
the
because
band
of everybody.
outside,
Yeah,
the
not,
whole vibe.
but not just because everybody was there. It really was put together well, and really people really spoke highly of him. And then when they gave him the Phoenix Award and the and when was it Marquez when he challenged the mayor to like, let's start waiting till people pass to give them
them
the
they
Phoenix
flowers.
Award
Yeah.
or to get them their flowers.
Yeah.
Let's start saluting these people while they're here. You
While
know what
they
I'm
here.
saying? And it would have
So-
been great for him to get that Phoenix Award while he was here.
He was here, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's the kind of stuff that be bothering me, man. With like, when it seemed like, like, yeah, give it to him while he's here, man. Don't wait till nobody pass and then just start,
yeah.
going.
And I gotta ask you that because you looked at kind of like as a legend too, and it's like when we
Yeah.
look at it, we go like we'll never get to see, once you pass, you'll never get to see that tribute. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Rico would never get to see how many people really loved him. Like man, I'm still going online and I'm still seeing people posting pictures
Right.
of Rico. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So he'll never see that. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
That's real.
it was touching because I kept saying, man, I wonder what it, it started making you going like, will I be remembered?
Yeah, the same thing with yourself. Oh,
You get what
man,
I'm saying?
come on, believe me.
Yeah.
90% of every man in there felt that way. You just don't,
Yeah, you ain't gonna
don't
say that,
share
but
it.
you,
Yeah,
but
nah,
you said
believe
you're
me,
like
that
you.
shit
I
went
wonder
through
will I?
everybody's head.
Yeah, and it's like he was so young. It's like
Yeah.
it was one of those touching moments where you had to go.
52.
Yeah, 52, and you like, man, that could have. And I looked at it. It was personal to me because I had a heart attack at 45. So health wise, it touched me like, damn, bro, this could have been me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I remember standing there talking to Danny Zook, and I was like, damn, bro. I said, this could have been me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I health wise,
Ooh-wee, man.
I was telling I think the week that we was talking to Ian,
Yep.
I was just saying that like health wise, man, we gotta check on each other. We gotta make sure that we got the blood pressure monitor. I don't care how lame somebody think having a blood pressure monitor
One of
is.
my best buddies be on me about that shit. I was like, man, all right, I'm gonna do better,
Yeah,
man.
but you got to do it because I was telling Ian, he's going through some things too, and I was
Okay.
telling him it's like we have to know what our blood pressure is. That's they don't call it the silent killer for no reason.
Yeah, and it is. It really is.
For black men, it's definitely
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why we have to know. Like, and I was telling him, a lot of us be walking around with like stroke level
blood pressure and don't even know it.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and when people have strokes or fall out, and then we shocked, but it could have been prevented. You know what I'm saying? And I think prevention is what we ought to be teaching. When we online and we posting all this crazy bullshit, we ought to be posting, hey man, how to prevent and have better health.
And that's why whenever I hear about someone passing, you know, people will be looking at me like, you know, like, I'm like, I ain't on no nosy shit. No, what happened?
That's the first thing we always ask.
Know what the hell happened.
Right.
You know, that way I know what to stay on top of. We're like, oh, okay, let me.
Yeah, because we at that age now, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm that nigga who bring up the conversation like in the barbershop. Okay, everybody talking about cars, women, and getting money and whatever.
Correct.
I'm like, all right, boy, how your urine been flowing? How many times you been shitting a day?
Right.
You know what I mean?
What
that prostate looking like, champ?
Yeah.
You know? Shit, I should be goddamn slowing something. I might be in the bathroom about 3 fucking minutes.
Hey, man, for real.
But it's like as you get older, you got to really be more open to talk about that. That ain't no silence type shit.
Yeah,
no more.
but you know, it's
good
just,
shit to talk about.
it's one of those things that like people feel uncomfortable because it's an age thing that comes in. But that's a part of life. Ageism. Everybody's gonna age.
Yeah,
so
Look, you want to get old. That's the
want to
whole
get
come on,
goal.
bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's the goal.
Yeah.
You want to see your youngest graduate. You want to be a granddad. You know what I mean?
I mean, what are you growing to?
Come on.
No,
That's the
Yeah,
first thing
right.
I said to him when I seen him. Like, damn, boy, you look like you've been in shape,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Yeah.
Just stretching. Don't eat after 8. You know.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, man, honestly, bro, breathing exercises, man. When you sitting there watching Power or BMF or whatever, or whatever you're doing, just chill. Just take at least throughout your day, just to go.
Inhale, exhale.
Then I do an extra exhale. And when you do that, your stomach go in so far, almost like you trying to make that shit touch you.
Right.
That's equivalent to sit-ups, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You do that for at least 10 minutes. Man, that's like 100 sit-ups.
Oh, yeah.
Because you contracting the muscles, and a lot of what we be thinking is fat is really air.
Right.
Believe
yeah.
it or not. I learned that from a Navy SEAL.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of that should be air.
That's what I was going to ask you. So even that breathing exercises, did you learn that from the Navy SEAL or that's something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned that from one of them folks. But then I started including it in my workout. Even when I do push-ups and whatnot. I don't go to gyms or whatnot. I just do that shit at the crib, man. I got a little pull-up bar. And I mean, in my building, I got a cool gym. But, man, it's just the breathing, bro. That's the answer to a lot of this shit, man. Just getting the air circulating. And if you think about, we see the Peachtree Road Race.
Yeah, I'm about to start training. I'm about to start training for that now.
But we see them Africans win every year. That's because they've mastered breathing.
Man. Listen, bro, I'm gonna give you.
And people usually, like if you breathing, the best thing to go. Let's say if you jumping in, if this the pace right here, you go.
Yeah, but that goes for even
a
when
long one.
But listen, but that even goes for when you walking though too.
Run a long way walking too.
Even when you walking, like if you gotta breathe, like close your mouth and breathe through your nose.
Yep, through your
You
nose.
know, when we was in high school, your coach used to always say, "Close your mouth, breathe through your nose."
bro.
Yeah.
We didn't get it back then.
We didn't get it back
Yep.
then. Now you kind of understand like why you
bro.
breathe through your nose like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that mouth should be for exhaling only. Yes, sir.
But I don't want to get too far away from where we was because we was
it's all
talking
good.
about we was talking about Rico, man.
Yeah.
And
Brother Reek.
the brother was loved, man. And I gotta ask you this: throughout that time that they had their success as Organized Noise, did y'all ever get a chance to do any work together?
Yeah, me and Reek worked on PA together. I had a song on PA album.
Okay.
That's when I first got with them. First time I was at the Dungeon. It was around the time I was DJing for Goody Mob. So
Right.
yeah, I was pulling up, man. And then I used to do they talent show tapes back in the days.
When they was the East Point Chain Gang,
Well, no. That's when it was Sleepy. when
The
they was,
U-Boys?
but they was the dance group.
yeah, the
before that.
U-Boys,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was doing when they was in talent shows and whatnot. Yeah, I
Okay.
would do they routine tapes and shit like that. But no, me and Reek are matter of fact, Reek is really one of the folks really made me really take the MPC 60 more seriously. Cause he was the first one I seen using that 16 level, like getting weird sounds, like putting them echoes in it, taking the full
yeah.
level off. Yeah, Reek, he made me really start. locking into
That's
that
some
MP.
early '90s tricks.
Yeah, real early 90s type shit, man. And what's funny, man, a lot of cats, definitely Rico was a producer, but at the same time, man, that man was developing every act that he put his hand.
Oh yeah. That's what they didn't give him.
He molded them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he molded some great acts, man. When you look
Yes, he
at
did.
Goody Mob and you look at Outkast now, and I was even telling, even with you look at Killer Mike now, we was talking about that on that show with Ian. Like you can see how he learned from being around that whole dungeon and how in his approach in making that album.
Yes.
They
So
made
you
it
can,
cohesive.
even though
project.
you didn't have the organized production team on that album as much, you can hear the influence.
The influence was there.
You know what I'm
period.
saying?
Yes, sir.
So
All day. Yeah.
Even speaking of the Mike album, so representing Atlanta for so long, how did it feel for you when Mike took the sweep at the Grammys?
Man, incredible because it's like, and I'm gonna tell you what was also refreshing and new is the fact that we saw somebody bring 3 Grammys home, and you didn't hear not one song on the radio around this motherfucker with 5 different radio stations. You didn't hear neither one of them.
yeah,
Excuse me, neither one of those songs were in rotation, but let you know that good music is good music and it can't be ignored, dude.
Yeah.
And for me being a part of the Grammys, I voted like twice, and now that before I actually voted, I didn't understand the process.
right.
But once I got into it, I was like, oh, that's what we do. You just sit in there all day and listen to everybody's album. And
Right.
It's just a room full, and you get a chance to really see. It might be some albums that you didn't get to hear while you're voting. You'll say, oh, shit, such had a dope-ass album.
Yeah,
So I had a question about that because there's another podcast, Bag Fuel, that I watch, and Esso was on there.
Okay.
And I know he was saying he was one of the people, I guess he said he voted, but he didn't vote for Killer Mike. And he was like, well, I never even heard that. And I'm like, well, how are you able to vote if you never even heard it? So that didn't make sense to me.
That must have been some COVID voting that he did, because we used to sit in the room and
Yeah.
room full of folks. We had the R&B room, they had the gospel room, and it's just like an all-day weekend thing, man. You had to really sit in there and listen to everybody's album from song to song.
So, and I gotta ask you this because I want to make sure that my theory is correct, right?
Okay.
When you listen to that album, did you listen to that album as a project or a body of work?
A body of work, and I hit him when it came out. I swear, I think that was my first time eating at that place, the Hive. I was pulling up. It used to be Cafe Intermezzo.
Right.
And I parked right in that little back area. You know, you could just recall certain things you're doing when you. And when I was on the phone with Mike, I said, boy, you got a Grammy on the way, bro. I said,
Yeah.
at least nomination at least. He said, man, get out of here, OG. I said, I'm telling you, bro, I know it when I hear it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's, and a lot of artists don't understand how important that is. But due to streaming, that kind of made people just be able to just pick and choose type shit. But we come from that era to where it's a body of work.
Yes.
America's
Right.
Most Wanted. That's
You
what-
couldn't even skip through if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Right.
it just cause in every song
It
is
flowed together.
Yeah, and it's flowed together. And we put these songs in this order for a reason. That's why trap music sound the way it sounds.
Right.
It's an
Right.
intro and an outro.
It's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. We want it to feel like that, bro. And shit, and Chronic, all of them. You could think most of your greatest
Yeah.
albums was really sequenced and really put together. Like the last one I could really say that was really done like that is to me was that Pepper Butterfly. I love the way.
Yeah, that was a dope album. That album was put together, and even his last the last album he put together. What was the last album he put
Mr. Morale.
Yeah, it was a lot to that one too. Yeah,
He
it was real structure.
he had structure to that album. That's why I didn't have a lot of radio records on it too. You know what I'm
He
saying?
had a lot of songs on that motherfucker. Though.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. So when from Mike, yeah, it was a dope album, dog. And I mean, you could just let it play, and it took you in so many directions, to the club, to the this way, and you lost your mom, some heartfelt music. I mean, with the gospel in there, because Mike ain't no singing type dude, so
Right.
you ain't finna hear him singing on no hooks or whatnot.
Right. Yep.
So he gonna bring some singers in, and all that played his part, bro. Incredible album.
Oh yeah.
I think even his age played a part too. I don't want to keep going into age, but it was grown man music. You know what I'm saying?
Grown
Like
man music, yeah.
I think a lot of these guys, they don't have nothing to talk about because they haven't lived yet. So it's
But is it really that Toomp? And this is another one of my theories too, right? I don't want to give you my theory before you speak, right? I'm gonna give you my other theory is we're just at an age where we've lived through the 90s, 2000s, the 10s, and now we've been part of the 20s now, right?
Yeah.
What haven't we heard?
Yeah, we done heard all that shit.
Like, how gangster can you be?
Right.
How much of a ladies' man can you be?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And it's always a new way to twist it, but a lot of cats don't have the balls to really try something super just new nowadays,
Right.
And I've, and every once in a while you might hear somebody who brings something new to the table, and believe it or not, and it's sad because I would say which magazine be introducing the new rappers that's up and coming rappers.
Double XL, the
Double
freshman.
XL.
Yeah.
So think about if you had a double XL freshman cover with Juice WRLD, Triple X, and just think of who else done.
But I think they was all.
died.
Pop
But I
Smoke.
think they was all in the Triple X and they was all in the same class. If I'm
Okay.
not mistaken, right?
About what
Think
he's saying, but yeah.
So when you think about all these up and coming rappers who was on their way, Juice WRLD was definitely on his way. Triple
Right.
X was too. Either they that whole cluster, that generation, man, either they done died or they doing prison time.
Yeah.
Or they going to jail.
Right.
So it's kind of like they're really leaving it open for the grown niggas to really come back.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
a lot of them done died off or they just can't stay out of trouble, you know?
But is it? But what you think about it? Like, and I say this, and they always give me hell about it. I don't think it's about being old, because being old or being of age, you can still hear a hit record.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
still hear a
definitely.
hit rap record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just don't think the talent is there right now.
Yeah. One thing, and I said this too, a lot of people hate when I say it. but as far as being a rapper over 40,
Mm-hmm.
if you've been out and we familiar with you, that's cool. But just coming out the first time and nobody heard you, like, man, that's a hell of a steep hill to be climbing, bro. First of all, your grown ass don't want to go none of your young niggas showcase.
Right.
And everybody gonna be, oh, shit, Unc jamming, ain't he?
Right.
Just calling you Unc. And it's like, it's kind of like, you just gotta be honest, man. So, and cats hate when I say it, but I'm like, yo, bro, yeah, y'all wanna fight me later? But I'm just telling you, like, if you haven't been with a group, or we could say, oh, that is such and such, okay, yeah, we remember you, but just fresh coming out, you know.
Starting out at 48, huh?
Yeah, all that 48 stuff, man.
Well, who was your audience anyway? Starting at
Yeah, who?
Who's your audience?
Like, I mean, straight up, I mean, I love Hit Boy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when I see his dad, I'm like, okay, well, who your dad really finna cater to? I hear the Hit Boy, you a dope producer, but
Right.
how you really gonna market this grown man? And I really want to see how that's gonna happen. And if he pull that off, that might open the lane for some more. But
Yeah.
I haven't seen it work yet, so I'm waiting to see what Hit Boy gonna do with his old man.
But when we talk about that, right, and we really talking about, now we really talking about ageism.
Yeah, Asians.
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
We can't now.
That's
This
a
is what
real
this
thing.
whole conversation.
Even
really
though
been
hip hop has been here 50 plus years, but it's still, you know, like I said.
So it's just like in corporate America, that's ageism, and in hip hop, it's a such thing as ageism too that I'm hearing
Yes, it
right
is.
now, right?
Yes, sir.
So what you're really saying is you can't start a career in your 40s, and if you do start a career in your 40s, it's gonna be difficult.
It would be difficult as a rapper. Now, if you want to do some Southern soul, that shit is ageless.
There you go.
Right? Okay.
You want to sing, that's ageless. Country music, that's ageless.
Okay.
But just rapping, battle rapping, that's ageless too. 'Cause
Okay.
You just dope, you dope. You get on stage and just really tear a motherfucker apart lyrically,
Right.
but
Because you know you about to offend some people, right?
that's why I stand on it.
He said he been saying it.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I wasn't scared to call out Hit Boy and his old man. I would love to see what happened with that, because I have not seen no man over 45 come out of nowhere. Everybody's like, 2 Chainz. No, 2 Chainz will play a circle.
He been out,
He
yeah.
been out fucking around. But anybody over 45 just fresh and you never heard of seen them, man, I'm waiting to see that work. And that hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
But as producers,
I mean, that's an open book. I
That's a
mean,
different
Quincy
thing,
had
but as-
his biggest record at 50.
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
At 50
so-
something. They
yeah.
say 50, but he was 50 something.
You just posted that in the group chat today too.
yeah.
You put all the old
And I ain't
nigga
saying
shit
that
in
just because we are producers and I'm a producer, but like I say, man, when it comes to rapping and being an artist, bro, coming in at 45 plus, like out of nowhere, man, that's a steep ass hill, bro.
I just think you got a better chance behind the scenes at 40 something.
Yeah,
than
you should
do
be
in front of- you know
managing
what I'm saying?
or molding
Yeah.
a little young cat somewhere.
Yeah,
you
man.
know?
Because
You
it's
can always
just more,
write,
there's more
too.
opportunity there. You know what I mean?
Come on,
And they don't
man.
care about ghostwriting no more. So you could always throw a nigga some songs.
And it's like, you know, and like I say, a lot of people, you might have a cat who fresh out of a dead time or whatnot. Oh man, you know, boy, I'm gonna do this. All right, but if we ain't heard you before you went in,
Mm-hmm.
now if you was out here moving around before you went in, okay, well we know Shaw, that's OG.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you just never been heard, Nobody know anything about you. You brand new artist out of nowhere, 40
them.
plus. Man, that's a steep ass hill.
That might be a good ass group though.
Unc them. We've been saying that for a minute.
We've been saying that for a minute now. Unc them might sell.
Now, because we've had a lot of
some-
them come to New Music
on
Monday.
some- I can say on some Southern Soul shit, yeah, but
Not rap.
We can't do Unc
not
them.
rapping, man. Nah, Unc them rapping, no, man.
But let me ask you this too, because you know we always have a bunch of conversations. And,
Yeah, we here.
And the when you look at music now, man, you look and see like it really isn't a lot of groups. Like you don't see rap groups, you don't see
I miss
rock groups.
You're right.
You don't see none of that no more. What do you think is gonna take for groups to come back? Because it's like anytime a group come back, they do kind of have a minimum amount of success before they just die out. You get what I'm saying?
Or before people start ripping them apart.
right. You know what I'm saying?
Shawty gonna go solo soon. You know, people start separating.
And that's the only and that's
blow up.
and that's the bad thing about a group. You know what I'm saying? Is that
Yeah.
as soon as they get that success, man, you know you rap better than him. You ought to go do something solo.
Go solo. Yeah, that right there. So honestly, with the group thing, man, oh wow, that's interesting, man, because it just
Especially with Outkast being as big as it was, as big as they were. You know what I'm saying?
a 2-man group, that's kind of easy to contain.
We ain't even got that.
Yeah, you're right. We don't even have that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So when I'm talking about groups, like, and I gotta throw this out. I gotta throw this
Right.
out.
EPMD.
EPMD. We can go down the list. You got Tribe. You had Wu Tang.
On list, yeah. We go.
We
Yeah,
keep
all day.
going. You had the Fat Boys. You had a bunch of. It's a bunch of groups.
Yeah.
But not even to just say that. We was doing a battle in here the other day, right, with some DJs, and I want to ask you this, right? And the DJ was pretty young.
Okay.
And so the category that she had to spin pop and rock records. But in her set, she didn't play no rock records.
All pop. She didn't.
She played all pop records. She didn't play any rock. In her defense, I gave her a pass because I said at her age, that isn't a category of rock records.
You're right.
So when you tell her to play rock, in her mind, there is no rock category.
Yeah, because if she got some pop with guitars in it, that's rock.
That's rock to her. Yeah.
Right.
Right. She don't know the Led Zeppelins and the Def Leppards and all that.
Right,
Yeah,
because
she
that's
don't know
before
that.
her. That's generations
Yeah,
before.
like you say, you
and
put it
and
aside.
and just think about over the last 10 years, there haven't even been any rock groups.
Nah.
Just think about rock music as a whole.
Man, it seems like that shit faded out.
You don't see it. Just
Word.
that's what I'm telling you. Like, so for her to sit there and you have a pop and
But
rock
more than
category.
groups, it's like that genre, rock music, especially heavy metal.
Come on, think about
Why
how
do
many
you think that is?
because rap became rock. Rock was always built on rebellion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rap is what is considered rebellion now.
Yeah, because rap, like Uzi's a rock star, right?
Right. So just think about it like this.
Yeah.
If you're a white kid and you taking rap music in your home and your parents told you that's not what we want in our home,
Right.
and you playing it anyway, that's rebellion.
Yeah.
And that music reigned more popular at the time, which is now, than rock music.
That's a good
Right.
point.
That's true.
Actually, and now that I think about it, I feel like Lil Wayne kind of took rock and brought it to black people too. Because wasn't he like the first person to really, when he went to that rock star
Run
phase?
DMC.
What?
But they had a real rock star with
But no, but the whole black
Talking
rock
about
star.
just looked at as a rock star.
Yeah, as a hip hop artist.
But you forget about the whole black rock era though. The
Wayne,
whole
right?
black rock star era too. We had the whole black rock star era.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
That's kind of like when I started seeing rock kind of fade out. It started
it
taking the
did,
back.
bro.
Who would you consider as a black rock star?
Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, Kravitz.
Yeah. Yep.
But you had Living Color, who's from Atlanta.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
The Living Colors from Atlanta?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Dope rock group. Every musician in that band was dope.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Really big song. Culture,
Code of personality.
personality.
But that's when,
Yeah.
and that's why I say even then when you think about black rock, at one point in hip hop, black rock was kind of making a move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But it's crazy when you think about genres now. You look at it now, it's like everything is focused on the solo artist.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. When it comes to being a solo artist and being a group, man, cats get a chance to really see what that breakdown is.
That's what I was getting ready to say. That's the easy
when it comes to the financial side of it.
You want to split 4 ways? Or
Yeah, like hey,
That's
man.
being selfish though.
And
That's really being selfish.
It's selfish, but
'Cause-
at the same time, but if
Shit.
you got a chance, but nowadays, if you could say, hey, man, you can come out as a group or you could do a solo. If you give an artist, ask him and give him that choice to either be in this group with his homeboys or get his solo career, hey man, it's an 80 to 90% chance he gonna be like, man, I could take them on the road with me. But, bro, I got to.
They can open up.
But think about it. Okay, but let's look at it like this
I put
too.
they shit out later on.
Bobby Brown, y'all ass.
But let's think about it like this too. Now let's say if they had did that to the Rolling Stone, will we still had a Rolling Stone?
But they showed up as a group though. See, when you show up,
But
as a
everybody,
group,
everybody who we talking about is showing up as a group, and then that. Okay, let's Destiny Child. They showed up as a group.
yeah, that's true.
But B went
the
solo.
Temptations, the Supremes, everybody showed up as a group now.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
It's still the money though.
But in our culture, the separation and division is what caused the issue. On the other side of that, just think about all your legendary groups on the rock side, from the Beatles look how long it was before the Beatles even they had to actually go through a whole they was fighting internal fighting and everything before
That
they
chick broke
up.
them up. Yoko Ono, she fucked them up. It's always a girl or the money.
Oh shit!
It's a girl or the money.
But just think about that. That's we.
And want me to tell you what's even crazier? You see more breakups as far as rap groups. I think it's something about when it's more than two artists. That's when you hear more the breakups or some misunderstandings.
Yeah.
Because when it's three people, at least that third person can say, "Hey man, let's get this shit right."
Right.
Ain't no telling how many times Fife had to step in.
Man, I'm listening to I'm seeing
or De La Soul. Out of three, you're gonna have that one who could be the mediator.
Right.
But if you only got two and they got a problem, the manager can't do but so much.
right.
You know?
Yeah.
So just think from EPMD to Outkast to Run DMC. You can't even get Run to even come out the house no more.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, when they had the hip hop 50-year anniversary, shit, DMC was out there with LL, you know, Run didn't come out.
Damn,
you know, I'm hoping
Reverend Run.
right,
He might be
health-wise or
okay,
something.
yeah.
I'm hoping. But most of the time, yeah, the duos, when they break up, it's a real breakup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now moving forward, because I gotta address this elephant in the room, because this is something I wanted to ask
Here,
you.
run it.
Trap music.
Okay.
As big as trap music has been, right, over the years, we seen that like it really took over Atlanta, right?
Yes,
took
sir.
over Atlanta. Like when I say it took over Atlanta, every club, every hookah lounge, every bar, every strip club, and it's still a big deal.
Yes, sir.
But we're not seeing as many artists come out of Atlanta now as we were seeing maybe a few years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta ask you, because you kind of developed the whole trap sound. You was one of at the forefront of putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? What do you feel like the future of trap music is?
Whew. Well, you got to think, man. One of the main things when you think of trap music and when you think of the Mount Everest as far as the producers and the artists.
Right.
Nowadays, if a new trap artist was to come out, he's trying to get beats from everybody.
Okay.
It's best if you come out to at least have your main one or two producers to give your
Have a sound.
Have a
first.
sound. Yep.
Then later on, you might want to spread out. So everybody who's on that Mount Everest played, excuse me, say they really played a part in the beginning and actually created a sound and a vibe. And at the same time too, back then artists was really taking advice from the producers. You know, we wasn't just giving beats. We were actually in there
Producing.
producing. We was
Right.
in the studio really getting that shit going. But now you got a lot of artists who only have the patience to even go through beats.
Well, most artists are not even in the studio with the producer.
Period.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
a lot done changed. Yeah.
Right.
So just the way that even the process have changed to where it's really thin in the blood because that element ain't that energy ain't there the way it used to be.
I just kind of felt like, you know, and I've been around you since you kind of first started that shit. You was on the EPS the whole nine, so
Okay.
I know kind of how you crafted that, and this is how I feel. This is my opinion. I felt like when your sound and that trap sound, got put out to everywhere and everybody was able to adapt to it, and then you had producers going in the studio. Like I be seeing videos online, bro.
Yeah.
Like this is how crazy it is now. They got videos online that show you how to make a trap beat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. Like now that it's like this, I don't even want to say disco, but it's like it's gotten so in demand to where anybody can make it to where I feel like the record labels feel like, well, we don't have to go to Atlanta and get that sound no more. We don't have to go and get a trap rapper that's really doing that shit for real now. We can kind of manufacture. As you see, a lot of the stuff that they're doing now is being manufactured.
Yeah, it's real.
I gotta ask you how you feel about with you creating a sound that now it's like being mass produced.
Yeah, it's almost like now when I go back in the lab and create, it's almost like I got to not do my own shit because everybody's doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're trying to be original.
Yeah, so
and it's
you
yours.
still hear a few elements, with a Toomp twist. But yeah, it's certain drums that I try to avoid now. Certain discs that I just, some old school floppy shit.
Right.
It's just certain discs that I'm not gonna load anymore.
It's kind of like it's kind of like to me like when Teddy
That
Riley.
whole pack is online right now.
It's kind of like when Teddy Riley had to evolve from New Jack because at one point everybody I was doing New Jack.
Boy, pulled his bait up, bro. It wasn't just the hook.
Yeah.
The hook was even gone.
You know what I'm saying? So and that's what I'm saying is it's really bigger than New Jack, the New Jack sound.
Right.
But it's like it's to what everybody's doing. The white kids doing it. Now you got trap sound and country shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it's like that's why I asked you. You kind of created this whole movement, and you had people that came behind you like the Sunny Digitals, the 808 Mafias, the South Sides.
Yeah, Mike Wills and the rest of them.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I want to get your opinion. Like, what do you feel like is in the future for trap music? Because do you feel like it's peak? Do you feel like it's at a point to where it still can like do its thing, or is it at a point to where we gotta really start remolding it?
It's got to be remolded or renamed or just it's got to be something because you got to think to a degree crunk wasn't too far from trap.
Right.
If you think texture wise, drum wise, 808,
Right.
BPM,
Right.
you know what I mean? So you may have to just rebrand it, rename it, and I would honestly I would love to dig in my one of my hard drives and come out with some shit and somebody give it a new name, get another 10-year run. That'd
Right.
be dope.
Well, that's what I was gonna say too, because you're not just trap though. Like you've done
yeah.
Hove, you've done Kanye. Like it's
yeah, a long list of them.
Yeah, you hip hop
that's
for real.
That's the beauty.
Yeah.
That's why when folk really say, "Man, you the trap," I was like, "Yeah,
No.
I could wear the trap jacket, but
Yeah, you
yeah, they
gotta-
can't limit you. Yeah,
you know,
He's versatile. You're
Yeah.
versatile.
yeah." And,
So
and-
even-
and from coming in as in a neutral zone, just as a DJ and a person who just loved all music, from Tower Power to goddamn everything. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? From soul to rock, and from everything being in my dad's crate from the '70s all the way, and for me being able to flip through the crates from like 76 and up, man, I always just loved music. So I knew how to sing and everything before I even touched the drum machine. I was singing first.
Right.
You got to think of the '70s. The only way you could be in the entertainment business was to sing, dance, or play an instrument.
yeah. There was no rap.
Yeah, it wasn't no rap. It wasn't DJing.
Yeah.
And wasn't no drum machines to be a producer.
But a lot of it even now and they took. I say this, like I say, this is my opinion. I'm gonna keep throwing that back out there.
Most of the time I can agree with you.
Stand on it,
I know where you are so
Um,
far. Yeah.
So this is my opinion again. Now a lot of the younger producers are still doing trap.
yeah.
And that's why I say they took one element of what you're doing, because even though you say you can't play, but they took the playing element of it.
Yeah.
But now they're starting to bring in the samples
Yeah.
into it now. Like you was always sampling. A lot of people don't know a lot of the hits are samples.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just how you covered them and covered it up
Right.
through the production, you couldn't really tell that it was a sample record.
Sample. Yeah.
Now,
Those, a few original joints and a few sample joints I would say in my playlist. And only thing, sampling is always going to be cool, but now these loop packs, my whole thing is like, kind of like, if you got a niece or a nephew, or either a child, and they do a math problem and be like, "Show me the work."
right.
Okay, yeah. You got to show the little arrows going, this is how I got this equation. Okay, yeah, you showed me the work. So, boom, you proved to me that you didn't just copy off nobody's paper.
Right.
That you really understand this equation, that you had to drop this 5 and carry this over here so I
Right.
can see your work. But nowadays, I mean, you may have a few producers who could actually, you know, create their own music, but whatever. But it's a lot of them out here who, if they show you the work, man, all they did was just the drums.
Yeah.
You'd be like, damn, you just got that loop from who? From somebody from over here. Then you find out that 3 or 4 people made that loop. So if this song get placed, man, you might have to pay 4 different producers when you thinking you just getting a track from one motherfucker.
And that's the crazy thing. And I was telling another producer I met, like the loop pack, and they was sampling loops, and I'm like, why would you sample a loop that you can create yourself?
That's what I'm saying. They're getting too lazy, bro.
Maybe they can't create themselves. That's part of the problem.
And just man. And that's why, honestly, bro, I don't
But
care.
that's sleeping with the drum machine, though. You got to sleep with that thing,
That's
man.
why,
You gotta.
But that's why no matter how many people was to just take our whole bait off our hook, bro, and just bite the shit out of us, it's still things that I could do to where, honestly, if you ask me, hey, show you the work, you'd be like, damn, Toomp, okay, damn, you didn't just use that. No, I ran this through this. I ran this through this effect. I sampled my own music and made it dirty. Now you thinking that's a record in the background. No, that's me playing that shit.
Right.
I just made it dirty.
Right.
So it's like, cats, and from coming from the hardware side of this game is what made it make you more creative. Like if you just got an ASR 10, man, you cut that motherfucker on. There's nothing in it.
Right, nothing.
But 60 seconds of sampling time. So that means if you want a kick, you're gonna have to find a kick from a record or go through a pack. You're gonna have to put everything in there. But boy, by the time you put all them different elements in there, those are things that you wouldn't pick and chose. You didn't go to arcade, splice,
And that's-
none of that. You just formulated. You might have went outside and hit the goddamn, hit the rails on your porch or some chick.
Right.
And that might play a major part in that fucking beat.
So-
Nobody know, you know what I'm saying? That's not in a sample pack. That's something that you actually done.
So you really think the sample packs are really hurting? That's why we're getting the copycat sound?
Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah.
Because it's like,
Because you give a nigga the recipe, but you can't give him the sauce. They ain't got the sauce.
yeah, I know they don't, they can't.
And they getting loops from stuff that you say. Like you say, they can't do it on their own. So it's like,
Yeah,
how far can you really go when it's time for somebody to really come and say, hey man, let me see you cook something up on the spot.
right. And that's what I come from the era where most of my work, I did it in the studio right then. I didn't send no beat tape. We weren't sending beat tapes.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Like when a label sent you an artist back then, you pretty much had to go in the studio and work with that artist. You didn't get an opportunity. You were sold on who you were as a producer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you sold on how many beats you can send to a motherfucker. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how many beats they pick off of there. And then most of the time when they pick the beats, the producer is the dude who produced the beat is never in the studio. So I be honest, and I gotta ask you this: how do you get producer credits if you ain't in the studio with the artist?
Listen, man, I can name situations where the engineer deserved more producer credit than anybody. I done seen them take a basic beat, filter that motherfucker, and this song didn't have an intro or outro or a
Right.
breakdown. I've seen engineers put they goddamn twist to some beats where I'm like, I'm talking about I actually had to hit one nigga on the side of the patch where I was like, hey, nigga, I was managing you or we get production on this motherfucker. I ain't trying to start no trouble, nigga. But you just really produced this track, man. That beat was just all right. Until this song was just all right until you start chopping that motherfucker up and slowing shit down. Yeah, man.
It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
just the beats too. Even the way these new rappers rap, the engineer be working because
Yeah.
real choppy. And
Yeah,
real,
yeah.
You can tell, like I can tell, like some of this shit didn't even go to the same song. A lot of times, like the engineer take these pieces and put them together.
A
like
lot of times
puzzle.
they ain't even rapping; they just punching.
Yes.
like you know this
Yeah.
number one rule, old school '90s. Man, we not doing all that punching.
That part.
Yeah, go through
We not doing all that
And we
punching.
come from them 2-inch reels.
the reels.
Right.
Yeah.
Know your shit.
Yeah, you got to know
That's
your
what I'm
rhyme when you get in there.
Yeah,
you know
man,
what I mean?
all that being in the studio writing, man, that clock is ticking.
Ticking.
dog.
Yeah. 9 times out of
Know
10,
this shit.
when we went in the studio,
And it comes out better when
you
know the
knew
rhyme.
that song. You knew that song when we went and booked that time because we only gonna be in there a couple hours. We gonna lay this beat,
Yep.
Yeah,
Knock it out.
and when after this beat laid, you gonna go in there and drop them rhymes, and we up out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So yes, it's a few little elements that's gone now. Even when it comes to features, bro, I can hear certain folks on the record. I'd be like, you know what? When you hear niggas in Paris, you could tell they was there because they were passing that shit back and forth. But you can't do no passing back and forth with one nigga,
Right.
you know, nigga down here.
Right.
And so now I can even hear certain songs where if it's a feature, I'd be like, he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Boys wasn't in the studio together. And it's a whole nother feel that you get, man, when cats are really.
But all you got to do is listen for the ad-libs.
Yeah, there you go. All that. Yep.
That's all you got to do.
It's just not organic. Okay, so
Yeah.
now that brings me to another question. We talk about organic. How do you feel about AI in the game right now?
Hi. All right, well, check this out. That's good you brought that up, Rich. AI is really the new version of a Korg Triton and a Roland Phantom. Because you got to think, before keyboard workstations came out, in order for any music to be created, you had to call a bass player, you had to call a piano player, the guitar, the organ player, or the strings. You used to have to physically have these humans there to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if you think about it, Roland and Korg, they was really the first versions of AI. These workstations with the sequencers, with all the instruments, which is what I'm still using right now, modules. That's the first level of AI.
It's a tool.
It's a tool to replace humans.
Right.
So think about how those musicians felt back in what, 90, 89, and 88, when them workstations came out. Like, damn, bro.
No,
You know, that who playing that, man? That's in the keyboard. Damn, where you get them horns from? They big. Hey, man, those in the keyboard too. God damn.
Yeah.
Just think about how many,
you know?
Yeah, and you got to think about how many musicians were put out of work, bro.
Out of work, bro. So the people who lasted are the ones who was ahead of it. So one thing about it, when the AI shit first came out, of course, I was biting my little nails that I got, like, what the fuck? But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna learn that shit and use it to my advantage, get ahead of that, because it is not going anywhere.
Right.
So what I'm gonna do is really just figure it out and use it to my advantage, to where I'm still putting my twist to it. Because one thing that definitely impressed me, and for anybody out there, especially in, you know, see, I'm about to be 55. So if you're in my age group and you trying to figure that shit out, get with some of these youngins, man.
Yeah, for sure.
These youngins, I got a youngin showed me something, man. He was like, yo, Toomp, man, just give me an idea. So my name, Toomp, Toomp. But I got this whole thing, you know, as niggas, you know, we make acronyms, thinking out our main purpose.
Right.
He said, all right, I'm gonna type thinking out our main purpose in this. He's like, you know, I was like, yeah, elevating, I threw these words at him. And man, within like maybe less than 2 minutes, man, it was a dope ass song. Sound like Avril Lavigne said, thinking out our main purpose.
Oh yeah.
Meditating, and it was like, sound like that shit could have really been on on the radio.
Oh no, it's real.
So wherever I'm like, yo, so if this shit is about what I feed it,
Right.
It's all about the input.
Yeah,
it's all about the input.
So I'm still gonna put my shit into it. It's just an easier way of doing it.
It got to come from you.
It's like the advanced version of like I say, a Phantom or a Korg, Triton or whatnot. And this is, now you ain't got to do shit.
And there's other applications too, because before we started the show, you and X were having a conversation, and you were saying, you were sitting there 10 years ago, you was like, damn, it'd be dope if it could do this. And 10 years later, it happens, right?
There it is.
So now when you have an idea like that,
oh man,
you can implement it now.
Yeah, man, I ain't playing. So that's why even when it comes to 3D printing, you know, I'm slowly working on some shit with that. Like, you know, doing custom MPs, custom SP1200s. You know, there's a few things you can do with that 3D printing right now too when it comes to equipment and just anything, car parts. But all the AI stuff, man, yeah, I was biting my nails at first, but now, man, I'm like,
so you got to embrace.
I plan on being here for the next maybe 20, 30 more years.
Yeah, you got to embrace technology. That's just a part of the world we live in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it makes it easier. You know what I mean? Like especially if you're doing a lot of administrative stuff.
Yeah.
Like just say if you need a business plan, and it'll write you out a business plan in less than 2 minutes, less than a minute. You get what I'm saying?
You can't be scared
I'm
of
gonna
it.
say, yeah, we are way more than just creating music, right?
Yeah, man.
And honestly, these attorneys need to be biting their nails.
They I mean, like for real, listen, everything you used to go to an attorney for.
Yeah, you get it done right
That's
there.
right. So shout out to AI.
Yeah, shout out to AI.
But
man.
and it made my life a little
Going nowhere.
simpler because like if I needed a NDA, if I needed a
you
release
go.
form or
All that.
anything like that, you can quickly go on there and it'll make those release forms. But it's like I said, it's all about what you input into it.
Yes.
If you don't know what you inputting, you definitely you're gonna get some lane back out. I promise.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing, it's like I forget what they call it. Is it prompts?
Yes.
Prompts? Yeah.
Yeah, prompts.
Yep.
Yeah. However you prompt it is how it's gonna perform. If you know the prompts, the correct prompts to make it do certain things, you'll be amazed at what it could do.
And what's so gangster, once you get into it, it's kind of like like the Tesla. You know, that after a while, you drive a Tesla, it
Learns you.
Yeah.
So after you start feeding this shit, it'll really start catching your rhythm. So that way, with AI, you can still have your sound because it's the soul. What you putting your soul into it,
Right.
And it's giving the world back what you put into it. So it's still a way that I say you just got to get ahead of it, man.
Cause it play bass lines, it do everything.
man.
I know you don't play with that.
Man, listen, bro. That's why I can speak on it. Being around them youngest, bro.
All right, but that's just production. Now, how do you feel about the AI rappers?
Now that's interesting. Now one thing that I said a while back is, now I think, this is how I feel, that when it comes to AI, I think the minute that you type somebody's name in and say, let's say, give me a DJ Toomp type beat, the minute that should say DJ Toomp,
Cha-ching.
I should be getting some type of royalties.
There you go.
Or if you say, I want to get Drake vocals, I don't care what it is. If you type Drake in there, it should be some type of royalty or something coming to you. If they type, give me a Spearhead X type beat. The fact that they even type
Your name, yeah.
Right.
it should be something coming to some type of envelope coming to your house, bro. Period.
But I don't think there's no way they'd be able to monetize that though, unless it'll be derived from.
Because it's all a database.
But you got to figure that out because, well, once it gets
It's
released.
something to get, like I say, you just got to get ahead of it. Because it's all a database, period.
Yeah. Well, but even when it gets released, like, okay, like, even it's fucking up the battle right now for me because it's like, damn, was this
you don't know
AI?
you don't know which one is AI, which is real.
Exactly. That's my point.
Like even with the Kendrick response, I'm like, is it really Kendrick?
I started wondering about that too, bro.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the nigga could test
like
it.
the intro for me, was kind of like the Teddy Pendergrass. I'm like,
It was weird.
was
I didn't
just-
like the patterns, the way
I like the rhymes.
Nah, but the rhymes, the words were cool, but the way
The delivery, man.
the delivery, it didn't fit. I was like, it don't seem like Kendrick would have said it like that.
Yeah,
No.
So this is my theory. I think now artists are going to put a record out, and if niggas don't like it, they're gonna be like, that was AI, that wasn't me, to test it.
but I think,
And then they'll claim it. If
but
niggas like, oh, that's hard, they're like,
But
yeah,
if he
that's
was
me.
a smart rapper, I use that same method and let AI write my shit. And how you go back in and you rewrap the shit.
Yeah.
I go back in there and
Cause
rewrap.
guess
that
who gonna
It's
be
like
on
spell
tour?
check.
Cause guess who gonna be on that
Me?
on tour?
Yeah,
Me.
you, yeah.
It ain't gonna be no little AI. Goddamn,
nah, I say, give me-
Exactly.
aliens
Ain't no
doing this.
holograms or nothing.
I'm gonna be the one getting 150 a night.
Write that motherfucker like
Yes.
Kendrick, and I'm gonna go right back in there and rewrap it myself.
Yeah.
And I am Big Kendrick.
Yeah, bro. So
And-
that's why I'm
and
gonna
book
say
me.
I'm gonna use AI and still have a Toomp sound.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. As an artist,
I would be killing that shit right now. Write me a song like a Nicki Minaj.
It's a version of Ghostwriter.
And it's gonna give you the version, and all you gotta do is go back in there and rewrite it.
rewrite it.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah, put
crazy-
your twist
crazy.
to it.
Put your twist to it.
Yeah.
It's gonna give you a basic guideline. Even if this is the crazy shit when niggas go, I mean, I having writer's block. Shit, me.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. That don't exist.
That's over with.
Yeah. What's your
Shit,
brains
me.
just stop working?
Nigga, your computer hands don't work. What?
Yeah, what's gonna happen? Yeah, your battery going dead. Nigga? What's happening? Yeah, man. But no, that AI, I'm ready for it though. I'm ready for
Now, I sit at home and I tell them they keep me all the time. I sit at home. This is all I do.
He a techie, bro.
I'm a real techie,
He is
bro.
a
I'm-
techie.
Because I always
it. Slowly
believe
becoming that myself.
because I believe for us at our age,
Yes.
we gotta be we can't be in the curve.
No,
We got to be ahead of
gotta
the
be
curve.
ahead of it, bro.
So if we ever caught in the curve, it's over.
It's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might well
You
find
get what I'm
something else to
saying?
do, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
X be on it though. Like we're younger. He's literally
I teach
the
them
OG
shit every day.
He puts us on stuff all the time. I'm like, how does he know about this shit? X is on it.
Please
Text.
continue listening to that, brother.
We do.
man.
Because
Please,
listen,
we
bro,
do.
I'm telling you, if we ever caught in the curve, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's too late to learn.
And I say that about rappers. I say that about anything, bro. If you ever caught in the curve, it's over for you. You gotta be 5 steps ahead of the next person that's doing. Because this is what I say. It's like especially in Atlanta right now. If you create something in Atlanta and it's successful, believe me, it's 20 other motherfuckers coming behind you doing that same thing.
Can't wait.
And you better make sure whatever you got going is a fucking one. Because you got 20 other cats that's gonna come behind you trying to outshine you doing your shit.
Yeah.
Doing your shit.
Yeah, doing yours. Ain't that crazy?
Your shit.
Using your weapon.
Right.
Yeah, a weapon that you
With
done
no
built.
shame, too. That's the thing. Niggas don't
Because
have no
the
shame.
thing about it is, in this era now, there's no such thing as whack.
And biting don't exist.
And biting.
Remember, biting was a.
Biting ain't even a thing.
They don't even know what it is.
Joe Biden. That's the only Biden they
Joe
know.
Biden.
Man. Niggas,
That's the only Biden they fucking know.
niggas would destroy you for
Man,
biting
know what
back
me
in
and
the
Big
day.
be talking about all the time, bro. And it's like, because it's like, yeah, you come up with a sound and it's like, damn, man, now I got to go out of my way to do something different because y'all done,
Yeah.
y'all wearing my shit.
I can't do me.
No, you good.
Okay.
So speaking of which, okay, you do have an instrumental album coming out, right?
Yes, working on that. Yeah, a few
Let's-
of them.
let's-
A few volumes, basically.
Yeah, let's talk about that, man. That's
Okay,
exciting
well,
for me.
Definitely, there's gonna be some AI used for the album cover type. I'm gonna have it a vintage look, and part of the concept is basically like, man, I'm kidnapping some of your favorite rappers.
Okay.
And so the artwork gonna be like, Toomp beats. You might see me sitting at the board like a mad scientist. You might see Jay-Z tied up in the back, like, yeah, nigga.
Yeah.
You might
But
see Tip tied up in the back. You might see another with Kanye tied up in the back. You might see Snoop Dogg tied in the back. 'Cause, I do West Coast shit too.
That's hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's gonna be like, that's the artwork on it. Yeah,
But the
anybody
thing-
bite that, I'm gonna
But the
push it forward.
thing I was telling you though, and me and you was having this conversation on the phone. I was telling you, I said this is the best time to do it because, especially with you being Toomp, I just don't think you got to wait on a rapper no more. I think
That's
can
the beauty.
You
Thank
can
you,
do a
man.
Toomp album and go, okay, Tip, come rap on this Toomp beat for me.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 Chainz, come rap on this Toomp
Over
beat
here,
for me.
yeah.
Hey, Killer Mike, come rap on
Yeah.
this Toomp beat
See,
for
I'm
me.
gonna start off instrumental, and then I'm gonna see who's like you say, who's willing to come in and
Yeah,
play.
but
Nah,
it's-
niggas gonna hop on them beats.
We'll see, man.
Man.
But
Hey,
listen,
man, them
but I'm
guys
telling
say
you,
it
that's the
ain't
best.
as easy as y'all think,
Man,
bro.
listen.
These niggas be a little different, bro.
Nah, man, but
It won't be
listen,
them.
you ain't
It's gonna be the new
listen,
niggas
it's gonna
that's
be
fire.
new niggas,
But
yeah.
this is what I'm saying to you.
It's gonna be me.
You're
I'm
not
old.
trying to position yourself on their album.
That's what I'm saying.
This is your album. This is the DJ, like a DJ Khaled album. This is
got
the DJ Toomp album where you're gonna feature Toomp and friends.
Man, listen, man, that shit'll start off with me and them on the phone, but boy, when that shit get down, you talking to a whole nother person. Hey, so what y'all did? Hold on, what
I hate that.
about the person who I was talking to? Well, y'all just come in and handle it. Nah, we just had an agreement. Well, it ain't that easy because he still won't.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, but see, my whole thing is that each instrumental, each album gonna be licensed already.
Right.
So basically, if motherfuckers hear or when motherfuckers hear the music, so my shit is gonna be catered to and basically for battle rappers who just want some shit to rap over, just rappers, period. R&B people, athletes who want some highlight music, cause some of that shit ain't got drums. It's just strings.
And you know they
horns, and
putting
brass.
beats behind sports shit now.
Yeah, the sports shit. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
that's
Oh yeah, for sure. And I was
Boxers,
so let me
yeah.
tell you how we really got to this conversation. Because me and him was having a conversation one morning. I was telling him, I say beats are some of these beat guys are streaming more than these rappers.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a artist right now. I got a producer right
Shout
now.
out to Alchemist.
Yeah, I got a producer right now named Twami. And bro, he's doing millions of streams on just beats. We ain't even talking about, and he got, if you go look him up online, it's Tuamie,
Okay,
Twami,
Twami. That's dope.
and he got several albums, bro, and I'm like, he got hundreds of thousands of streams. Like, I know for a fact he's ranked higher on Chart Matrix than pretty much half of the rappers in Atlanta.
Oh, he eating.
I think he got like maybe 85,000, 65,000 monthly listeners.
Okay.
This is beats. This nigga don't do no rapping.
That's hard.
But think about it.
That's hard.
There's more rappers now than there ever were, right? Think about that. Everybody can't meet Toomp. Everybody can't afford a Mike Will. But guess what? If there's some beats on that I can just go listen to and smoke to and freestyle all day,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be listening to that shit all day, freestyling with the homies. That's like we used to take instrumental CDs and put
And
them
you
in.
got to think
It's the
beats
same
are like
thing.
office music right now too.
Yeah.
It set the background for you.
Andre proved that.
Yeah, like beats
A lot
are.
of doctors who say they do surgery listen to Andre play the flute. Type.
Yeah, that's some meditation
No shit.
music though.
Say they be,
It's
working on
meditation
patients
shit,
and
yeah.
listening to that shit.
Damn,
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
Yeah, it's relaxing.
Anything you can do right now, man, I think that's outside of the norm right now. And this is why I say this, because the industry is just so open right now.
It's wide open.
It's wide
Damn
open
right.
right now. When I tell you it's open, it's wide open.
Wild
You know what
Wild
I mean?
West again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think anybody that has a consistency and that's gonna work hard at it and really put their 100% behind it
my
is gonna
plan,
win.
bro.
You get what I'm saying? I think when you coming from a production standpoint, you know, you don't need a $100,000 budget. You don't need. I think everything you're gonna do is gonna happen between social sites, word of mouth.
Yeah, yeah. Because first it's like my plan is to do it every quarter. So so in the first quarter, it's only gonna be available on my site. So when the next one is about to come out next quarter, that's when it's gonna hit the stream.
There you go.
You know
Control
what I'm
it.
saying?
Control
Yeah,
it.
So I gotta Taylor Swift this shit.
Right.
I gotta let me get these first 3-4 months.
yeah. This
That
is
shit
me.
gotta get.
Nah, that's what I was telling you. Like you
Lead.
put that shit out first on your site, and then you
Yeah.
feed them. But then I gotta ask you this too, man. Like if we can make the conversation public now. We was talking about the streaming money.
Well,
What do you feel about the streaming money?
you remember how it was when we first talked about it, right? Hey, man, want me to tell you? And the reason why, because I didn't get it. Because, like, same thing with the AI shit. Like, man, this shit, but now I had to really take time and get all of my songs registered. And once I really took time to do that, and now I'm out of my admin deal, now checks is coming directly to me now.
So that streaming look a little different.
It's a whole nother game, man.
Right.
And they trying to get me to do admin deals, and you got hey, man, you want to sell your catalog? I'm like, man, I'm good, but if I hit the right number, it got to be something to
See, look, if you hit the right number,
if I hit the right
'Cause there's
number,
always a right
but
number,
it's
right?
got to be something that.
but is it always a right number?
I mean, it's a right number on everything because I could wake up and make more shit, But I'm not in a hurry,
Right, right.
And honestly, man, I don't want to have that kind of money unless I really have something to do with it. Of course, I got property. I'll try to, build some townhouses. But after that, you still got 40 million just sitting in the bank. All right, you really got to get creative with that shit. And that's why a lot of people don't understand when it comes to that kind of money. Yeah, you can win the lottery and win whatever, but bro, when you get a certain amount of money, you got to know how to move that shit around.
Because if not, it could be a hindrance.
Bro, just sitting in that bank account, then you get taxed for what it.
I was about to say,
while it's
Uncle
sitting
Sam
there.
Right,
coming
that's
to
why
get
I
it.
say having 40 million and not doing nothing with it could be a hindrance.
Supposed to be
Yeah.
man, boy, I wish like, nah, if you don't say that until you learn money.
Yeah. But I mean, having money ain't always what it's hacked up to be either.
It's
Because
not,
it really comes, and this is what people don't understand. Oh man, I would love to be, bruh. Money comes with so much fucking responsibility.
Yes, it does.
And bullshit.
Man. And
A lot of bullshit.
Especially with your family.
A lot of
You
bullshit.
got to think, man. Honestly, bro. And as I get older, I really just get it. Like, let's say you done did pretty well and you made, you got got most of whatever. If you just been maintaining your life, most of what you got is almost basically either paid for or almost paid for.
Right.
All right, when you still generate flow. So let's say if I had $5 million in the bank, another motherfucker had $20 million in the bank, how much more different shit he could do that I can't do?
Nothing.
Yeah, like
That's why I
okay,
say-
we in Miami. Okay, I see that little yacht you own, but that's yours. Well, I can rent this one. You stuck with owning that one. I'm gonna have more hoes on mine. Whatever concert. All right, I can sit in them same seats. We go to the fight. Okay, you're in these seats. Well, I'm sitting right behind you. You paid maybe $3,000 more, but I'm seeing the same fight. I'm seeing the same blood fly off this nigga head.
But it goes back to what I always, it's perception.
Yeah,
It's all about your circle and what you want people to perceive of you.
yeah.
So if you really want people to perceive of you as a baller, then you're gonna pay that extra
Yeah, I'm
$5,000.
really-
You get what I'm saying? Like to me, I'm one of them.
I'm
in the back,
bro. Yeah.
I'm in the back. I don't want to. I ain't got to. You ain't got to know I got it.
Say if I win Mega Millions or some shit, right? Man, I'm not letting anybody know.
Oh, I'm leaving town. I promise you.
But see what I'm gonna do. I was of course it'll be an immediate people, your loved ones. Be like, man, make sure I get their account.
if I
Something in their bank account.
Right.
But you're not gonna know that Uncle Toomp or nephew
Man.
Toomp, or you're
Man,
not
listen.
gonna know that I won no $100 million. That ain't nobody's business,
right.
bruh.
Nah, if I
Period.
won $100 million, I promise you wouldn't see me for 6 months. So
That's why I
probably a year.
understand the people that when they win the
You'll
lottery.
see me, you just won't know.
Nah,
They
I
go on
promise
TV.
you won't see me. I'm gone. I mean, I ain't got to
good
worry
for a
about. I
minute.
ain't got to worry about
I've
nothing.
been going to Africa for about half a year.
Man, come on, about a half a year,
Maybe
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make everybody miss me. I promise you, you're gonna miss me.
Yeah. But yeah, man, just sneak some in everybody's account or whatnot. But no, man, the streaming thing, it's cool though. It's cool.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you now, one thing that's tricky about that is this sound exchange. So
Okay.
when it comes to sound exchange, for me, you got to think from when I had my run, that was my run. That was between 2000.
3, 4.
2002, because you got to think, what was that? I'm Serious.
Yeah.
For me, just having back-to-back shit on major labels, shit, I might have to go back to the Dr. Doolittle shit
what I
too, which
say.
was in 97. So let's say, yeah, the early 90s to up to when did Sound Exchange come about? What,
Shit, they came
18, 17,
No, they was like 15.
15?
Oh, so it don't go back before that though, huh?
Nah. So, I can't get no Sound Exchange checks until each artist that I produce got to sign off for that shit.
Yeah.
So the only people eating on Sound Exchange is the artist. So in order for me to get that, because that wasn't in the contract when I did those back then, that shit didn't exist. The whole
But you could also do. This is just me. We could also do class action lawsuits.
yeah, that too. And that, yeah. That if it came down to that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So that what-
Because
I'ma
they
see
actually
how-
taking money that don't belong.
that don't belong. So I'm gonna see how they act when I reach out to these cats, because I just think I got to get with Jay, Nas, T.I., G's, a long list of people.
What?
Yeah, think of the year. Think of the year, like he said.
Yeah, I got to get with all of them.
A lot of that was before that time.
Yeah, it was before streaming. So
Yep.
and so that ain't those songs. Yeah,
American Gangster, I
That
don't
ain't
think was
that's what I'm saying. It's
streaming.
yeah, all.
Oh yeah,
of
you
them.
good. Let me hold something.
He
ain't
what
get
people
it
been
yet.
telling me is that they didn't tell me that. They
He
say-
getting it.
they
Let
say
me
I got
hold
a good
something.
about 600K just sitting.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
put it all together. So, but the other streaming checks, yeah, it's pretty. It's
Yeah, I haven't really
way better
got
than
no checks for all that old streaming shit either. So
Yeah.
you definitely got to look into that kind
Yeah,
of shit,
man.
especially if
You
you're
got to
old.
go back and register all that shit, man. You know,
That's the boring part, but it's the most important part.
man, it's very important,
Yep.
bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I was complaining until I realized I wasn't on my job, and once I
But now Spotify has this new rule, right? And I dropped it online the other day. Spotify got this new rule where if you don't stream over 1,000 streams on every song that you have in your catalog, you won't get paid on it.
yeah, I'm gonna keep selling shit on my website then.
That's what I'm saying. And you could collect the data
Because
from
see,
the
on
website.
my website, the best way to do that is, hey man, no less than 20, no less than 30 per album.
Right.
But it's still gonna be of whatever you want to pay. So a fan might say, hey man, fuck that tune, 14 instrumentals from you, I'll give you 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a good way of marketing that shit too. Say, hey man, all right, the bottom number.
But think
is
about it
30.
like this.
But
Yeah,
you want to pay
go up.
more than that, if you really love me like that and really want to support, and I see you some hats, merchandise.
Wu-Tang their ass. $1 million
Might reach
one
out to
album,
you,
they
you know?
$1 million album they ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Wu-Tang sold an album for $1 million.
Yeah, old boy bought it, right?
Yeah.
We never heard it.
Yeah, he took.
I never heard it, but
No one heard it.
He owned it
Yeah,
for
he
$1 million.
owned it. He got that bitch
Yeah.
tucked away. Yeah.
Yeah. But you ever think he'll release it? Because if he released it, then that would take the value
Well,
away,
he
right?
just popped up on the cameras recently. I seen him on something. And I was like, oh shit, dude is back.
Yeah, because something happened to him, I
Yeah,
thought.
something recently. I can't remember. I
Yeah.
can't pinpoint what it was. Where his name popped back up recently, and when I saw him, I thought about the Wu-Tang album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too nowadays. So even with your website, I'm glad you said that, because the other bonus to that is you collecting people data, like I was saying. So you got to put the email in there, all that shit. So
Extra
now
data.
you have your own
Data.
community of people that you
Data,
know spend
data.
with you.
Data, yeah. And I'm a people person. Man, come on, man. I pull up at the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Easy.
But
I'm
but-
one of them type people. I really love my folks, man.
Word.
But I said this. Just think about this: 100 and maybe I want to say $20 or $30, right? Is maybe 58,000 streams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could sell your music right now for $1 a piece? Do you think you would make more money than you would make streaming
Hell yeah.
at $1?
Yeah. But like I say, I wouldn't even go that low. That motherfucker ain't gonna be no less than 20 or 30.
There you go.
But
So-
at a dollar, I still.
But just
yeah.
think. Well, let's think about that. This for real. If you're an artist right now, if you sold your record for $1 to every person you ran across, and you really hustling, you'll make more money doing it that way than you'll make selling. Then you'll be sitting around waiting on some fucking streams from Spotify.
Well, yeah,
See,
or waiting to be signed.
See, and the Spotify game, and I mean the Spotify game and the streaming game really works for established artists. Like if you got an established catalog and you've been around for a while and
Right.
your records did good, that's like a guarantee. You know people gonna go back and listen to OTI.
Right.
You know everybody gonna go back and listen to Jay-Z.
Right.
You know they're gonna go listen to Kanye. So that's kind of like built-in money.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is when you're a new artist and you don't have that hustle and you trying to sit on that platform and you're trying to outshine those guys that's already got streaming. You see what I'm saying? To me, I would do what the same thing I said. I would put my music up on my site
On your site.
and I sell it to every person I run across. Man, give me $1 for this. Give me $2, $3. You get what I'm saying? People are more quick to spend $1 or $2 or $3 with you than they'll spend $5.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Anytime you go over $5,
Then you gotta
$10,
think, and now, and you're right, and from us now having access to just shoot that shit like a web and it covers the whole planet. Back in the days, you
Yep.
had to wait till your stuff get distributed to the East Coast and finally make it to the West Coast. Then it finally makes it overseas. But now that it's
Touch
a
the
wave,
world.
it's a stream
Yeah.
to where,
And
yeah,
just-
once you hit enter, man, the whole planet
Everybody.
have
but
access
just
to your
but
shit.
just think about before streaming really started, right? They were selling music on Apple Music for 99 cents a single.
Damn sure
and
were.
people were really making money.
Right.
When they went away from that whole 99 cents a single, that's when everybody started crying broke.
Right.
When you really think about it now, musicians are not making there's no money in the music game right now.
Right.
Except for the established artists.
Established artists. Wow. And I'm gonna tell you too, something else I'm thankful for, man. I done cleared 24s like 7 times in 3 years. People keep sampling 24.
For real.
They just keep sampling that record.
Keep going.
Sample, yeah, motivation. There's a lot of other ones out there, y'all. There's a few more out there.
Yeah, man, keep sampling the other
Yeah,
records.
it's a lot more Toomp joints out there. Yeah, you know. Yeah, so they sampling the shit out 24s, bro.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, so producers telling us we run out of time. So before you leave, we got to play this card game.
Run it.
So this is called the black card game.
Okay.
And the rules are
No, it's
basically
called Test.
test your black card.
That's right.
Yeah, test your black card.
Test your black card,
Test
your
your black
blackness. Like, see if you
Yeah,
really.
see if you see it, we got to see if
Ain't
you really
really
black,
dipped in
man.
no shit.
There you
right?
go. There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
So we're gonna give you 15 seconds on the clock. Get the clock out, X.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna ask you 3 things. You have to name 3 things within 15 seconds.
Like I'm watching the pyramid game.
Yeah, and if you get them right, we'll keep your black card. If you get them wrong, we might have to take your black card.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
I don't want to take nobody black card. We just
Yeah,
took
no, we just
somebody.
took
right
somebody
before.
black
Yeah, we
card,
took
so-
his black
Yeah,
card.
yeah.
Want to
Oh,
burn
yeah?
that
Okay.
motherfucker too.
and he really got it too because he was kind of tired.
Okay.
Yeah. X, you ready?
Yep, just reset it. We on go.
All right. 15 seconds on the clock.
We on the clock.
Click.
Name 3 songs guaranteed to get played at the cookout.
Frankie Beverly, Before I Let Go, Outstanding, by the Gap Band, Set It Off by Strafe.
Boom.
Boom.
He got that. Ooh, we cut it close too. All right.
Ooh,
15 seconds on the clock. Name 3 card games played at the cookout.
Spade, Uno, and what, Jim Rummy? You right up?
Yeah.
I'll
Yep.
take that.
Yep.
I'll
We
take
taking
that. I'll take that.
That's some Chicago niggas playing
Tonk, brother.
that. Yeah.
Tonk.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play neither of them.
Oh, okay.
I know how to play as Uno.
So he got. So he's pretty
2
much
for 2.
black. Yeah, he's pretty
2 for
much
2.
black for right now.
Are you ready?
Darkness, you hear me?
Name 3 Denzel Washington movies.
American Gangster, More Better Blues, Training Day.
Boom.
Damn, he's black.
Toomp out here batting 1,000.
Yeah, he black.
Oh, yes.
He
Let's
black
give, him,
as
let's
hell.
give him a bonus question. Give him a hard
Bonus
one.
question? All right.
Give him one more. That was too easy.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, run it.
Name 3 black TV show hosts.
Steve Harvey, Anthony Anderson, Wanda Sykes.
Damn.
Nice.
Hey man, he's a project baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Toomp is black as fuck.
He may also be a project baby.
Yeah.
Summer Hill, Ben Hill. Believe that, man. I'm a mixture of both, man. Summer Hill, Ben Hill.
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Nah, big homie, it was a pleasure always having you
Man,
back,
I love
man.
y'all, man.
Yeah, man. And you
man.
know what? I hate the producers got us out of here, man. So you know I gotta have you back because we didn't even get to talking. You know they got the whole big light skin, dark skin shit going on right now.
What you
so
mean?
the Kendrick Lamar, the
Oh,
little comment he
man.
made in rap.
Well,
so.
one thing I can say about that right quick before we shut it down, man. I just call that a battle. When people be calling it beef, I'm like, nah, that's not beef.
No.
It's a whole nother type song that come out when it's beef.
Yeah, ain't nobody
These
gonna do
guys
nothing to
are just
nobody.
battling.
Yeah. It's good for the sport,
Good
though. It's sport.
wordplay.
Yeah, it's just slap boxing.
Who you got?
Who me?
Yeah,
In
so far.
I had to go with Kendrick because I'm a reader.
What about you, Toomp?
I'm still just listening, man.
The jury's still out?
Keeping it 100. Yeah, I'm still just listening.
Okay.
I mean, that J.
I'm
Cole thing kind of threw me off.
Me too, because that was my pick in the beginning. I was like,
Yeah,
Cole
J.
gonna smoke all
definitely
these.
one of my favorites, you know.
But I knew J. Cole didn't want that smoke.
But so how y'all feel about where Rick Ross and Kanye and them put their foot in? Like, what y'all think about that?
That was random.
That
They
was
jumping the boy for no
Just
reason. Huh?
jumped in. Like,
White boy.
White boy.
Yeah.
Hey, Rose a comedian, bro. I don't care what
Yeah,
y'all
he
say.
funny. Yeah, he
I don't care what y'all say, man.
I was just wondering how that happened.
Nah,
though.
I didn't really when he jumped in. I was just like, I thought it was a J. Cole and Drake
Man, this-
and they
Niggas
they
gonna
think-
grab some attention if they get a chance.
And one more thing I'm gonna bring up too is I'll bring this up and I'll be waiting for somebody to give me a good answer. Whose idea was it to say, "Hey man, we gonna meet up at this auditorium and we gonna crown this man and make him the king of L.A." Who have done that before that in hip hop or after? Like when they crowned Kendrick that time, you know, that was just on like
Yeah, that was weird.
I've never seen that happen ever never in the entertainment business as an actor or a singer.
But it's just like here. If they done it here, you would ask that same question: Who authorized it?
Yeah, I
Who
think
made
it's some
it?
Jimmy Iovine shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it's like it would be the same thing if somebody tried to make somebody king of Atlanta here. We will all sit there and we gonna all question it,
No matter who it is.
no matter who
Yeah,
it is.
because I'm wondering, did everybody in LA really agree with that when they
I think-
decided to do that?
Because you
Like,
got too many cats out of LA that's really top of the hill for him to just overshoot everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Because when they did it, I had heard about him, but I really didn't know who he was till later.
Yeah, I've been following K Dot.
I remember
when he
he
was
had
K
some,
Dot.
yeah, K Dot, yeah, some mixtapes and whatnot.
Yeah.
But for them to just all gather up at this setting and say, "Hey man, we about to crown this dude," I was like, boy, I've never seen that shit ever happen. In
That was a
hip-hop.
publicity
ask you
stunt.
this.
You said it. It was Jimmy.
Before we go,
Yeah, I think it's
real
some Jimmy
quick,
shit, right?
do you think we can ever do that here?
Nah, it's too many.
Yeah, that's why I said I didn't think that was organic in LA.
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, thank you, man. All right,
That's why I asked you that because
Yeah,
if I
my
don't
man.
if it's so many people, we got look how many artists we got here and we can't even crown anybody. So look how many people they've been had over the years.
We had trouble doing the top
bruh.
5, let
That's
alone
why I
the
was
king.
like, even the ones who was like, when Snoop was at his peak, I never saw nobody crown him. I never saw nobody crown Ice Cube.
And
or,
listen,
like,
and still to this day, nobody is bigger than Snoop.
right,
Anywhere.
No rap
it's
artist.
a household name.
Anywhere.
Like grandparents
Right.
and everybody know who Snoop is.
Correct.
Yes, that
You
nigga
feel
like
what I'm
Aunt
saying?
Mama and Mr. Clean.
And
nigga.
that's why when I saw it, I was like, for real, that what y'all doing? Not to take nothing away from K Dot, but I was just like, damn, where they get that from? Like, yeah, that always. I
mean,
ain't never heard nobody ask that. I feel like, let me ask.
Hey, man,
what
when you're
y'all
right,
think about that shit.
you ain't
I'm glad
wrong.
to get a real answer from you. Okay.
If I had to get a king of LA to anybody, I would have to give it to Snoop.
yeah.
I would have to. I don't think nobody topped him as far as
Snoop or
record
Cube,
sales or
man.
any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because even Snoop wouldn't take it. Snoop would tell you Cube, probably. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I know one thing. We outside. You know what it is,
Out of
man.
time.
Big shout out to my man DJ Toomp once again. I am DJ Filthy Rich.
Hey, this is DJ Big X.
We'll see y'all next time, man. Like, share, subscribe at the We Outside Show on all platforms. We out.
Peace and grease. Love y'all.